Blackridge was the kind of town where rumors never really died. They just waited for someone curious enough to bring them back. For Ava Thompson and her best friend Mia Rivera, the Bloody Mary challenge was supposed to be nothing more than a late-night thrill. They had read online that if you said her name 3 times at exactly 3:33 a.m., in total darkness, something would happen. Ava didn't believe it. At least, she tried not to. Mia thought it sounded exciting. Noah, Ava's younger brother, agreed to stand outside the bathroom door just in case things got too scary. It was meant to be harmless fun. Just a story. Just a dare. But some legends don't need belief to become real. When the clock crept toward 3:33 in the morning, the entire house seemed unnaturally still. Ava and Mia stood shoulder to shoulder in the bathroom, a single candle flickering on the sink between them. Their reflections looked pale and uncertain in the mirror. Noah waited in the hallway, trying to act unimpressed, though he didn't wander far. As soon as the time changed, Ava blew out the candle. Darkness consumed the room instantly. With nervous voices barely louder than breaths, they said the name 3 times. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. The final word hung in the air, stretching the silence into something heavy. And then, the air turned cold. At first, nothing moved. Then a faint scratching sound echoed from somewhere inside the walls. The mirror began to shimmer, even though the room was completely dark. Ava felt Mia grip her arm tightly as a shadowy figure slowly formed inside the glass. It wasn't standing behind them. It was trapped within the reflection itself. The shape grew clearer, tall, distorted, with hollow eyes that locked directly onto Ava. It didn't seem interested in Mia at all. The figure tilted its head slightly, as if studying her. Ava's pulse thundered in her ears. The realization hit her all at once, they hadn't imagined it. Something had answered. Noah's voice from the hallway suddenly cut through the silence, asking if they were done. Before Ava could respond, the bathroom door slammed shut with violent force. The faucet twisted on by itself, water rushing loudly into the sink. A crack split the mirror where the figure pressed its hand from the inside. Thin fractures spread outward like spiderwebs across the glass. Ava noticed her reflection wasn't moving perfectly in sync anymore. There was a delay, small but undeniable. It was as if the image in the mirror was deciding its own movements. Panic tightened her chest. Whatever they had summoned wasn't just watching. It was trying to cross over. The cracks deepened, spreading rapidly as the figure leaned closer to the surface. Ava finally saw its face clearly, and her breath caught. It looked like her, but older, drained, twisted by anger and something darker. A voice echoed inside her mind, cold and distant, explaining that the ritual wasn't about calling a spirit. It was about replacing one. Someone had to take its place inside the mirror. That was the rule. Mia began to cry, begging Ava to stop it, while Noah pounded desperately on the locked door. The figure's fingers pushed through the cracked glass, slowly breaking into the room. Ava understood then. The challenge had worked exactly as it was meant to. With sudden desperation, Ava grabbed a candle from the sink and threw it at the mirror. The glass shattered in an explosive crash, fragments scattering across the tile floor. Instantly, the freezing air vanished. The water shut off. The door flew open as Noah stumbled inside. For a brief moment, everything seemed normal again, aside from the destruction. Mia rushed to Ava's side, helping her stand. But as they looked down at the broken shards, something felt wrong. Mia and Noah's reflection stared back clearly from the pieces of glass. Ava's reflection was nowhere to be seen. She looked down at the shards calmly, an eerie smile forming on her face. And deep within the scattered fragments, something unseen watched from the other side. The silence that followed felt heavier than everything that had happened before. Mia kept staring at the broken shards, hoping she was mistaken, hoping the angle of the light was playing tricks on her eyes. But no matter where Ava stepped, no reflection followed. Noah moved closer, waving his hand cautiously in front of Ava's face, as if that would somehow fix it. Ava blinked at them both, confused at first, then unsettled as she realized what they were seeing. She turned toward the largest shard still clinging to the wall. There was Mia. There was Noah. But where Ava should have been standing, there was only the bathroom behind her. The air felt normal now, warm even, but something about Ava's expression seemed slightly off, like she was forcing reactions she didn't fully understand. The next morning, things felt wrong in subtle ways. Ava insisted she felt fine. She laughed when Mia nervously brought up the reflection. She told Noah he was overreacting. But throughout the day, small things began to shift. Ava didn't blink as often. When she smiled, it lingered a second too long. She seemed distracted by mirrors, catching her own absence repeatedly, tilting her head as if studying the empty space. That afternoon, Mia noticed something chilling. When Ava walked past the dark television screen in the living room, there was the faintest flicker, an outline, just for a split second, standing slightly behind her. Not perfectly aligned. Watching, that night, Mia refused to leave Ava alone. Noah stayed close too, pretending he just didn't want to miss whatever happened next. Around midnight, a soft cracking sound echoed from the upstairs bathroom. The three of them froze. Slowly, they walked toward the sound. The broken mirror they had cleaned up earlier now showed a thin line running down the center of the remaining frame, as if invisible pressure was splitting it again. Ava stepped closer without hesitation. In the faint reflection, something moved behind the glass. This time, Mia and Noah saw it clearly, a hollow-eyed version of Ava staring back, pressing its hand against the surface from the other side. And for a brief second, the Ava standing beside them did not move at all. Noah grabbed Ava's arm and pulled her back, breaking whatever strange stillness had taken hold. The reflection inside the mirror smiled slowly, deliberately. Then it copied Ava's movement, but slightly delayed. The realization hit Mia hard. The thing in the mirror wasn't trying to replace Ava anymore. It already had part of her. The ritual hadn't fully worked the first time because the mirror shattered. Now, it was trying to complete the exchange. The crack in the glass widened, spreading across the surface again. Ava clutched her head as if hearing something the others couldn't. She whispered that it was calling her back. Mia understood what needed to happen before Noah did. The connection wasn't fully sealed. Ava was still here, mostly. But the mirror version was growing stronger. The only way to stop it was to break the link completely. Ava, fighting through whatever was pulling at her, told them to destroy every reflective surface in the room. Without hesitation, Noah grabbed a towel rack and smashed it into the remaining glass. Mia covered the bathroom window with a blanket. Ava squeezed her eyes shut, breathing hard as if resisting a powerful current dragging her backward. The crack spread once more, then stopped. A piercing sound filled the room before fading into silence.